Greetings. Yes, this is show number 7 from me, Coach Keller. We had a little bit of hiccup there. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. Um, Earlier today, there was a hacker on Facebook, and this is for all of you to know. If someone asks you or tells you that they're locked out of their account, and they inbox you and they say, "Hey, how you doing?" and they'll say, "Oh, I've got locked out of my Facebook account. Can I have your number?" Don't give them your phone number. Don't give them your phone number. Don't give them any of your credentials, because what they're actually trying to do is hack into your Facebook account. Again, share this on your social media. If someone on your friends list asks you or tells you that their Facebook account they've been locked out from it, please do not give them your phone number. Okay, because the code that they ask you to send is the code that you need. If you get it and you give it to them, they're accessing your Facebook uh, information. And so, please, ma'am, please, sir, don't fall for that trick, because I did, but I figured it out. And then I figured I was a spammer and I blocked that person from my page. Okay, so moving forward, that was just some information to let you know. And again, I apologize. That kind of threw us off momentarily, but we pivoted and we came back. And then here we are, show number 7. Wow, we made it. We made it. God bless you. God keep you. But we got the housekeeping rules to do first. Okay, some housekeeping rules to do first. Don't forget, if you all want to see our engaging videos and stuff that we do, there's the follow us on YouTube at Keller Coleman. And thank you, because our numbers have been going up. So you were telling your family and friends about our YouTube page. We truly appreciate it. And stay tuned, more more to come, more funny to come. Also follow us on Instagram. So thank you. Our Instagram numbers are moving up. I remember I was stuck at 1,160 for a long time. Now we're close to 1,200, all because of your support. So we greatly appreciate it. So thank you. I'm trying to keep the Instagram reels funny as well as informative. Okay, and also don't forget to uh, stop on over to Coach Keller's DM, because I'm building the private Facebook group up. It's gonna be fun. We'll eventually get to the point where we're giving stuff away. So make sure you tap into Coach Keller's Den. Okay, because some of the memes that I put in the den I don't post on my regular page. So please, ma'am, please, sir, tell your family, tell your friends. That's where most of my funny stuff is going, is over to the den. Okay, so today we have a good topic today. I want to share is how to deal with depression, because I dealt with it. I dealt with some of these things that these folk are dealing with. I dealt with it, and I'll give some examples and tell you how I got through it. Depression is a mental disorder, basically extreme mood swings, fatigue, uh, which leads to insomnia. And it affects people differently. The cases aren't the same, and the results and stuff that folk go through is the same. And sometimes it leads to weight loss, weight gain, decreasing appetite, um, extreme fatigue, loss of energy, feelings of worthlessness, and inappropriate guilt. You lose sight on how to think, and yeah, you will have sometimes suicide attempts, and sometimes people are so depressed they do commit suicide. But today I'm just here to, touch a little light on that subject, because I dealt with it as a kid, and a lot of the times I had to find stuff to do to counter um, the depression. I didn't seek counseling at that time, because when I was coming up in our religious circles, it was frowned upon to reach out for help of that. magnitude. It was frowned upon. So I had to learn some things. Yes, I had to pray, and yes, I had to seek counsel from people that I knew that were in the mental health field to help me get through it. But some of the things that I did was I was really kind of hard on myself, especially when I started having children, and I was really kind of hard on me, and so it led to some toxic relationships with their mothers, unfortunately, and I just didn't know who I was or what I was supposed to do, all because I was depressed. Um, I I apologize for that. But yeah, I showed up on Sundays at church, and there to play a drum set and let all my emotions out. But we would talk to, praise Lord. But then we did all that shouting, but then our problems were still there because we didn't know how to deal with them. We didn't know how to we just didn't know how. And then if you told somebody, they'd just run and tell your business. That made you even more uh, likely to not talk, period. So some of the things that I had to deal with was that, dealing with uh, being active and then have to sit down for a period of time because my uh, daughter's mom, I got her pregnant. And then the backlash after that was very harsh. But it led me to learn how to talk to young people. It showed me how to talk at their level. And so now when I see young folk, I don't got no problem talking to them and try to get in their head, see what they're doing. Not judgmental, but hey, how you doing? What's really going on? So yeah, I was depressed because my support system at home with my mom, my dad wasn't there. I had to deal with that. Um, Dad was always on the road, or dad was always at work. And then my mother would, I loved her, but she was super religious at times. And so that was kind of tough to deal with because she didn't know how to to really mentor me because I was the only one like was the black sheep of the family at that time. So that was tough. That was tough. But yes, I had thoughts of suicide, but I thought about it. I thought through the depression. I said, no, it's got to be something more to this than just guilt and bad feelings and all that. And so what I started to do, number one, I forgave myself. I said, you know what? I forgave myself. I repented. And I prayed, I said, Lord, help me get through this dilemma. And so I can be a more effective in ministry. I can be a more effective individual. I can be a more effective parent. I just can be more effective, period. So it took time. It wasn't overnight. It took time. It took time for me to learn how to forgive people. It took time for me to learn how to pick up things and learn new things. One of the biggest things I started doing was start going bowling. And I found that bowling was something that helped me release a lot of toxic uh, mindsets and frustrations. Once I threw that ball down the lane, I learned how to pick up my spares after I threw my first ball. The second ball, I tried to pick up whatever pins were left, and I started to love bowling. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And so I started doing things and being more active and finding things to do. One thing that we what I learned how to do, I remember going to Focus Hope and learning how they package the product to give it to the community. That was a lot of fun to learn how they do that and to give and give back to others and see that process. Then taking time to go help others do the same thing in their community outreach. I started finding a joy in that of giving and not being so hard on myself. I started finding the joy of giving of myself. And then to see the end result of someone who didn't have much or didn't have nothing to eat and didn't have a place to stay, and these agencies will help them find places to stay, places of employment, and then they would get fed. The joy I would have to just see that it took me out of a depressive state. So I started dealing with it by forgiving, forgiving others, forgiving myself for putting myself in places that hurt individuals. Yes, I'm not going to be the type of speaker or coach or anything, then I can't tell the whole story, because you're going to get a lot of that out here. In fact, you have had a lot of lying, a lot of bragging, and look at me, I'm number one, I'm number one. Okay. Anytime you hear that, and I'm not going to we'll get back on that subject, but anytime you hear that the person number one, number one, number one, ask them, what are you number one in? If you so number one, is what category you number one in? Because if I do my research correctly, there are like 8 people higher than you that get paid more than you. So what are you number one in? And if they can't show their backside or be transparent to a point where it's convincing, okay, red flags. Start paying attention to that. But no, I've dealt with depression, denying going to the doctor way. Okay. And so I've never did see myself becoming a pill pusher, because a lot of times when you go to the doctor, they're going to offer you an antidepressant. Okay. And there's a lot of side effects and that they don't necessarily tell you. I'm going to tell you some of them. Some of the side effects of taking those medicines are extreme headaches, nausea, very dry mouth. You got to drink a lot of water. And sometimes you will get insomnia. You'll have hard time going to sleep, and severe dizziness where you're walking and you all of a sudden start feeling dizzy, and then you may have to have a lot of bowel movements, diarrhea, or you might get constipated where you can't use the bathroom. Then for some folk, taking these pills, you'll have sexual problems. Yes, you can't perform with your partner, and now it's becoming an additional problem. They don't tell you that. Okay. Then you'll be extremely tired, fatigued. And sometimes you have extreme weight loss, and sometimes you have extreme weight gain taking these antidepressants. They don't tell you that. You have tremors, and sometimes you start um, sweating a lot. Okay. And then uh, there was a study uh, done by Dr. Sainam Hafez. He's a neuropsychologist, and you sometimes you can have these suicidal thoughts that the warning signs are like extreme mood swings, sleeping too little or sleeping too much. And sometimes you will result in having taken more drugs or drinking more. Now you're becoming more a person that's got to drink a lot of alcohol just to, counter these antidepressants that you've been taking. Okay, so some things you got to pay attention to. I apologize, but I will feel that you should still talk to your psychologist, your doctor. Okay. And then if you are taking those, see if you can lower the dosages so that you can eventually get off of them. I'm not no doctor. I'm not no physician. I'm just telling you some of the ways that I had to deal with it. And recently I used to go and get massage therapy on my back and shoulders, and it would be for an hour, but oh my God, talking about the relief that I would have after going and getting my back massage. Oh, put me in heaven. And then the place I went to, they would play this nice soothing music, and my muscles would relax. And then, uh, you know, they tell you to drink water because a lot of those impurities will pass through your body after you have a massage. So I found that to be quite enjoyable. Okay, I found it to be really enjoyable, and those just are some of the things that I did just to cope and get through it. Because I came up in a arena, I had both mom and both dad, but as when by the time I became a teenager, they were distant. Okay. Dad slept in one room, mother slept in another room. And so my sister had moved out. And while she was in the house, they would still play the game. But after she left, it was a big split. And I had to deal with that as a teenager all the way up until I graduated. That wasn't easy. So you know, having to cope with that, and then having a smile on my face and going to work and go to church, act like nothing happened, but yet I was having pains inside. So I dealt with it, playing basketball, staying active. But by the time I got home, it was just different. Okay. It was tough to deal with, but I dealt with it. Okay. And as I got older, um, can't say I mean I graduated in some things in life, but it was challenging. And so I pray for the folk that are going through this, and I think you all should reach out and get help because I did. Okay. Uh, I did. And I made it through it. I'm at this point, I'm 56 years old. Just had a birthday, April the 6th, and I made it. I made it this far by God's grace and by His blessings. I know that today's show was a little in depth because we're not joking and we're not uh, cracking jokes and being informative. I'm just telling you something that is bothering a lot of people. Depression. We're having so many kids dying and having suicidal thoughts and not having, not knowing ways of how to deal with it. So today I just wanted to bring this one to the forefront. Yes, depression is real. Suicide is real. It's nothing to joke or shout about. One of my colleagues just lost a loved one recently, and it's hard when you hear something that death defying and the young people don't know that life gets better as they get older. Sometimes they don't know that because they think that this one problem is going to be here to stay, but it's just like a storm. Storms will move away. But yes, I just gave you a few things of how to deal with depression, but mainly please talk to a psychologist, a psychoanalyst, so they can show you a different perspective of dealing with a problem. It just may save your life. It just may save your life. So I know it's a little different this week. I felt led to go this way, so we did. I hope that all helps you, and please, ma'am, please, sir, share it with a family member or a friend. Hopefully this will enlighten them to get some help. Don't keep it all bottled in, because I used to do that. I kept my emotions bottled in. I wouldn't talk. I would just go go to church, play the drums, cut a step, shout, bless the Lord. But then after I got down for that, then the problems were still there. They were still there. And then as I got older, uh, sometimes you would carry those problems in one relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship. And so you're leaving a pain of hurt, which I've done. And then the residue of that is hard to get everything back the way it is or should be, because it takes time. Because not only did you have to forgive yourself, you, the person that you hurt, they have to forgive you too. So, um, but those are some of the things I did to fight depression. Start reading more, start becoming more active, spending more time with my children and grandkids, which I absolutely love. So those are just some of the things that I dealt with depression. But please, man, please, sir, I'm not no doctor, I'm not no psychologist, but please reach out to someone who has experience in this. I know a lot of people still running their past it. There's no problem with that, but reach outside of that. Go outside of that sometime, because you need some professional help. And once you get it, just keep going, keep getting better, keep at it, keep at it. Again, this coach guy. I just had to give you all some tools on something that was on me today, was how to deal with depression. Because depression really is regression. You're really, you're progressing, then you stop, and instead of going forward, you stop and you go backwards, because one hurdle you couldn't jump, or one step you couldn't take, and then you didn't know how to get out of it. I've dealt with that in my life. That's why I'm being candid with you all. I'm not coming at you 100 miles per hour and the curve is here, but then the speaker is still going 100 miles per hour. But the people are going to the left, but the speaker is still going at 100 miles per hour. No, I'm being upfront and real with you all. Okay. So I hope that some of this has helped. Um, just being real. I'm not asking for your email. I'm not asking for your phone number. Not now. I just want to keep dropping content to try to help someone and be a vessel that God can use to help someone change their mindset and save their life. That's it. So again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you for watching. God bless you. I appreciate y'all. Just appreciate y'all. Again, follow us on YouTube. Just go over there and type in Keller Coleman. You'll find the page. Just subscribe because more is coming. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Our numbers are going up because of you. Thank you. Thank you. So we keep trying to give you good content and make it funny. Just keep it up. Also, don't forget, if you have any used books or anything that are in good, like new condition, please hit up the folk at Think and Grow Products. That's their number, 248-325-8281. They will gladly come and pick up the items from you. They have a free pickup service. And also, don't forget, go over to Coach Keller's Den on Facebook. Join it. There's more memes and stuff coming. Stay tuned. As you can see, the studio is changing. You can see the changes on the stream. Oh yeah, we've got some big stuff coming. Not gonna tell you, but we got some big stuff coming. But I truly appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you all again. Again, thank you. God bless you. Have a blessed week, and we'll see you again next week on Tuesday. This is Keller Coleman. God bless.